Triple Cross. Welcome back to the action. Today we are live streaming along with you. It is halftime in the 49ers and Seahawks Super Wildcard Weekend playoff game. The score
Super
is 17.
Wildcard.
Yeah, it's a branding decision that the NFL made. We don't need to get too far into that. It is 17-16 as we sit. John and I are watching five old men on a panel about to talk about the game. I don't know, personally, guys, this is like my least favorite part of watching the game. Like, it's like the obligatory time you like go to the bathroom, you go, get a snack, get a drink, whatever you need to do. But John and I have prepared enough to be ready to go live to bridge this gap for you if you choose to watch with us. If not, that's fine too, but hopefully we can provide a little color for you throughout this halftime show, and we'll actually stay live throughout the second half of the game, so you can stick with us and have us along while you, on your phone or your laptop while you're watching the game. John, how much of this game did you get a chance to watch in the first half? Did you see the whole thing?
Yeah.
Where are you, man?
Yeah, no, I've been watching, I mean, kind of casually. I always do that. I always kind of like semi-casually watch the first half. I'll be on my phone or I'll be just messing around or whatever. But it's been a good first half. I mean, good is a relative term. For you, it hasn't been so good.
It's okay. There's a lot to be excited about still.
Right. Yeah. But it's been a good, like, as an observer of football and not really a fan, like a fan of either of these teams. It's been a good first half, I think. It's been a good time. I always like a close game. I would rather, like, that's what I'm saying is I'm sure you would rather have a blowout here, but
Sure.
I would rather have a close game, right? Like if it comes down to it and it's like a field goal or like a one-score game, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna have a good day.
Sure. So speaking of field goals, I know that's one of the items on a game that I prepared for us here. Admittedly, I don't know exactly where we are on these lines. Oh, TCAP, we got TCAP in the chat. Hey, TCAP, let me know if you want a link so you can hop in, bro. Yeah, you can hop in if you want. Yeah, we got some comments. We'll go through those in a sec, but I want to introduce this game that we have prepared. It is essentially a bingo game. We are going to cut it. We were going to pick ahead of the game, but we didn't get a chance to do that. So now it becomes Casey is the red team. That is me right here on this side. John, give me a hand on the other side. John is the gold team.
I don't know how cameras work, but yeah.
There you go. It works just like that. You nailed it. So John is the gold team. We are playing bingo here. I do not know where all these lines sit. We could go through a quick update. I don't believe, like, on my side here, we have, like, Nick Bosa, 2 sacks, Fred Warner, 1 turnover. Hopefully everybody can see all the things here. But we are essentially we also don't have punishments for the loser in place yet. At least on your side, I don't think we do. We'll figure it out. We can go improv punishment if we need to. But yeah, we're essentially going to see who can get a line first. John, just taking a look at this now, like, we can also pull up a box score. Like, what are you thinking here? Where do you think might be your best opportunity to get a bingo in this game? Maybe on that gold team, as you're looking at it now. Just gut reaction.
Wait, hold on, but what are we doing as a bingo? Are we doing like
just a line in any direction? It could be diagonal. It could be
diagonal,
up and down. It could be left and right. It could be anything.
I mean, CMC rushing, I think, is pretty.
That
honestly, that middle line right across,
80 yards already, I think, rushing.
Yeah, that middle line right across, I like. The George Kittle TD, maybe not. Bosa 1 sack, that feels good. I mean, free space. Statistically speaking, I'll take the free space if I'm gonna bet on something.
Sure. You got a free space both ways, though.
Has Fred Warner had a turnover
100
yet?
all-purpose yards, 1 CMC touchdown, 5 Niners turnovers. That one's tough.
Yeah, CMC 40+ yards. So that vertical. So I'm eyeing that CMC 100 rushing yards because he's already at like 80 or something like that.
Sure.
40+ yard TD.
Well, by the way.
Wait, did he have a 40+ yard TD already?
He had a 60-something yard play, but that was not.
But he did not score. Yeah.
So he doesn't have a 40+ yard touchdown. But I'll also work in the background, kind of on an updated. I'll like X out the ones that are done here. And I'll add up an updated version because I know CMC has a touchdown, if nothing else. I don't know if any of these have hit yet besides that. So I'll go ahead and pull this off of the screen for the moment being, and I'll work on that in the background as well. Let's see, John, you have your eyes on the game, right? just in case we go live.
I can see it. It's here. It's on a screen.
Cool.
A couple takes here from the comments. Jace, good to have you in here. I think Jace is a Utah Jazz fan, which makes me like him. He and I are just automatic friends. Brock Purdy is one of the biggest surprises for me this year in the NFL. Yeah, we talked about this a couple episodes ago, or maybe one episode ago. Comeback Player of the Year award, which is it's like by far the most subjective award that the NFL gives. They're all a little subjective, but that one's real subjective because what is a comeback player even? But yeah, like Brock Purdy was one of them, or no, was he one? He was in the
Brock Purdy's a rookie, so he can't be a comeback player of the year, but he's in the rookie of the year.
Ignore everything I said about comeback player of the year. Although Geno Smith was in the running for that, and Casey and I consensus both kind of think Geno Smith deserves it.
I mean, I think it's going to CMC more than likely, but yeah, I mean, it's been a real comeback year for Geno.
Try and take off your Niners hat for a second.
No, I agree.
Not like your metaphorical Niners hat. You can leave your hat.
I agree. It's just the way that the award is given these days. It does like CMC does deserve it, but the way I think most people would like to see the award given out, like to a player who actually has like a career comeback.
Yeah,
that is actually happening with Geno Smith. And you don't even see one of those every year, honestly. Like,
yeah,
the way we're seeing this.
All y'all, everyone who's here, let us know. Who do you think a comeback player of the year, whatever that means to you? Who do you think? Like Casey and I both kind of thought Geno Smith, though Casey does think Christian McCaffrey will actually get it. Yeah, that's who I thought. That's what I thought too. Who were the other ones in the running for that? Do you even remember?
For comeback player of the year, let's see. We had CMC, we had Geno Smith, and we had Saquon Barkley were the three front runners.
See, Saquon Barkley was already here. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. Like CMC and Saquon Barkley are essentially the same.
Explain yourself to me, TCAF. He says Saquon.
Because TCAF gets it. He knows what the NFL actually does. That's like CMC or Saquon is the smart money.
Okay, yes. Smart, that's fine. Smart money. But who do you actually think, like, if it were you deciding, who do you think is the quote unquote comeback player of the year this year? That's my question, TCAF.
Yeah. I mean, with all of those, asterisks, it's like, okay, Geno Smith subjectively could deserve it.
TCAF thinks not.
He's not back. He's just come. I mean, there's some. As
he
far
made
as
the
what
playoffs,
you can do
like
season,
we thought they were going to tank.
As far as what you can do in one season, I would say he's had about as big of a comeback as you could have. I would say that, like, I get what he's saying too, though. Like, it's like, did we really see something incredible? It's like mostly like his success has been made into like a meme, like Geno Smith MVP. Like, okay, the best thing you're saying about a guy isn't even serious. So, like, how good is he? Like, the thing about CMC or Barkley is that they're actually like, there's a chance they didn't return to form from even what they're coming back from. Just like, it's hard to say like run of the mill injuries, but for like super athletes, they do tend to recover pretty well. But it's not a guarantee. But those guys did overcome a huge obstacle, and they are way bigger impacts for their team than Geno Smith is. I mean, we'll see. But like if Geno Smith takes down the Niners today, maybe I eat my words a little bit. But
you eat some crow. Yeah, he says Saquon's been injured and down the last 3 years. Is that? Maybe I just don't. Maybe I'm not.
Saquon is. I mean, not like the full last 3 years for sure, but he's been. He's just one of those guys perpetually kind of injured. I mean, any guy like CMC or Saquon, especially at the running back position, you're getting 25 touches, 30 touches a game when your teams are terrible. When you're with the Panthers, the Giants, Giants a little better this year.
Derrick Henry,
you're gonna get so much work that they're gonna run you into the ground. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. What how do we even get started on this whole discussion?
I don't know, but I also want to know what I want everybody in the chat to take a look at this graphic as well. Let's get this comment down. Perfect. Thank you. I want to know which team. I want to hear some people declare a team. I am Team Red. In case you missed us already do this, I am this side over here with the live sign. I am Red Team. Casey, I'm taking that side. I'm going to guess that that's the bingo sheet to do it. Take a moment to look at these. John is the gold team over there. I want to know, just like from the hip, anybody in the chat, tell us which team you're going to be on.
Yeah,
because
what do you think?
I need a group on my side. You know what I mean?
Who do we think wins Niners bingo here? I like that it's only Niners stuff too. Like,
oh yeah,
you just straight up made it a Niners pod.
True to form. That's the reason we're watching this game, if we're being honest with ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, there's another game. There are other games happening this weekend. We picked this one on purpose. I'm having kickoff happen here in just a second.
Yep. So like if you're watching the game with us, say when kickoff happens, Casey.
And boom, kick. 15 minutes still on the clock. Looks like we're not getting a run back. So we're still at 15. When the timer starts to tick down, I will make sure to announce that timing out so that you can pair up with us if you'd like to be paired up with us. It might take like pausing your stream for like 2 or 3 seconds or something like that. That's pretty typical. Ooh, we got Megan on Team Red. Let's go. Let's go. I got a Team Red in the chat. Let's do this thing. Dude, we got all right. Red team, baby.
You know what? Just because everyone's ganging up on me on Team Gold here, I'm with this guy today.
Oh, gross. TJ can't handle this, man.
Hey, he can stay.
It's all right. Here. That's all right.
If the Niners lose, we got to have somebody here to talk trash to you.
I want to know what team TJ's on. As a Niners fan, which are you just going against me too? Are you going on Gold team with John?
Yeah, who do you think will win Niners bingo here, TJ? He's like, I don't care. I'm playing Seahawks bingo. No, any of these people.
They're all free spaces. It's just wins MVP or not, basically. I'm also, if I seem distracted, I am posting links in places.
Let's go, TJ. All right. TJ thinks I'll win. He says gold.
Yeah, that's on brand.
That CMC 100 looks pretty good for me. I mean, you have it too. Where is it for you? Debo,
we all have, Debo's so the bingo squares have the same squares. They're just rearranged.
Right.
So all the lines are the same. CMC.
Your bottom row looks really good, man. Your bottom row.
Thanks, dude. I've been working on that bottom for a while now.
Yeah, you haven't been skipping leg day.
Nah, dude, it's leg day every day. No, yeah, I mean Brandon Ayuk, 1 touchdown. That's kind of it's either going to happen or it's not. Pretty definitive. CMC 100 rushing yards. That's looking great. Debo 8 touches. I think he's like just barely on track for that. He'll need to be involved in the second half. Nick Bosa 1 sack. I like betting on that as much as anything. I don't think he has one yet. And Robbie Gould 3 field goals. I believe he has 2 already. So yeah, I mean, I'll double check.
I think you're gonna get it without a free space.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I tried to make it pretty even without it. Like I said, mostly random, but tried to make it pretty even. I'm going to pull that down now.
Okay, so real quick, we're at 1321, 1320, 1319, 1318, 1317, 1316. So if you're syncing up with us, that's where we were right then.
I'm like 1 second ahead of you, so I'll keep that in mind. I might do a quick pause play.
A little pause play for me.
A little pause play for John.
Oh, that's nice.
Throw a little pause play for John.
I like those pause plays.
Ooh, I pause played twice. I might have overshot it, but I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, we're about as close as we're going to be able to get remotely, I think.
It's true. It's true.
TCAF. So go ahead.
No. Let's see what TCAF said.
Yeah, I mean, this is a minute ago, but he's not liking the offensive line today. Are there any injuries on the O-line, do you know?
Let's see. Notable injuries on the O-line. Nothing like huge to speak of. The main story of the Niners O-line this season has been they turned over essentially 3 of the starting positions, with the tackles remaining the same. But everything in the middle has been swapped out. Ooh, big pass to Kittle outside the numbers on the right side of the field. What was that? About a 20-yard pass or so. First down, Niners into Seattle territory. Kittle doing his signature first down celebration. I heard he got that. I heard where he got that from, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say it's some wrestler, but maybe that's just because it was like it's totally on brand for Kittle. That like
that's really
like kind of thing.
That's super useful thing to bring up.
Yeah,
I heard where he got that, but I don't remember that information.
You know what? When you gotta like fill airtime, sometimes you just say things, and that's just the way it happens.
Yeah, it's stream of consciousness.
Kittle in motion. These Niners, this motion game. The Niners, I know historically in the last like couple of years, using motion more than any other team in the league. I would imagine that's still true this year during the regular season. Although I do know there's been some kind of copycat kind of styles out there using way more motion in these last couple seasons as opposed to the ones before. When you have like so many, OCs and just different coordinators from your team that become head coaches on other team, they essentially like you're guaranteeing copycat schemes on other
I
teams.
think George Kittle just sprayed Gatorade on his neck to cool down.
Kittle can do whatever he wants. That man is a national.
That's a move. That's a move right there. Like, I don't care if I'm sticky. I need to get cool.
We just saw something completely out of character for this team. A huge loss in the backfield on a running play. Was that CMC? I didn't. No, it's Mitchell. That'd be Elijah Mitchell. Honestly, the way that CMC runs with the ball, man.
Dang, that was a big whiff. Big whiff on that block.
Give CMC the ball, man. Like, that's what we need to do.
On 3rd and 7, what you think? What do you think's coming here?
Probably a little dump off.
Yeah,
CMC going out in motion.
A dump off or something short over the middle, something like that.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we got like CMC's cutting across.
Yeah, look at that. Something short over the middle.
Love that. Oh, but he's on his feet. And that's why Debo gets the big bucks, too.
Did you see that? That guy pulled my leg. He pulled on my leg.
He wants the flag. He wants it.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need it.
You got to sell your fouls, Debo.
I mean,
those yardage
I'll be the first to say the Niners have no excuse. The Seahawks could get some calls go their way. They could get any kind of thing. The Niners have no excuse not to win this game. There's too much offensive firepower and defensive firepower for them to lose this game. Debo, this is what he does. He takes those passes and he, doubles, triples the yardage. I mean, yak, baby. It's all yak. The Niners,
it's not going to
want to say the last 3 years, they've led the league in yak too.
Oh yeah, here we go.
We got a scruff.
Here we go. I always think it's so funny when there's fights in football games. Like, you guys are basically wearing armor. Like, you think it's a good idea to fight with your fists that are bare? Unless you're Aaron Donald, you can get other people's helmets.
Yeah. It's a great storyline. Looks like Debo is kind of getting escorted off by like a trainer, assistant coach, something like that. Looks like no flags. Just gonna
what happens
play.
If they fight?
I like
Did they not get flags?
I mean, this was way after the fact, but yeah, he was grabbing his leg. I mean, it wasn't. He looks like he did grab it late.
Yeah, he pulled. Yeah,
out of
that's
frame.
what I was saying. Debo was wanting that, and it was weird. Like,
better camera angle. Oh yeah, he pulls. Okay, yeah. I didn't even think I saw something because
he like kind of tugged him backwards a little ways, like he was trying to get the ball placed further back by tugging the whole person.
It's
like
all
that seems like a weird move.
Thing. Like, that's not that weird if it's like one continuous thing, but it was like, let me get up and I'm pulling.
Yeah,
like,
he was down on the ground. He got up and pulled him.
Yeah,
like, it was a weird move if he was trying to get the ball placed a few inches further back.
It is what
he might have just been mad. It might have been.
We don't need that penalty yards. We want to earn them. CMC running up the middle. A play that looks like it will turn into nothing special turns into 6 yards immediately with CMC out of the backfield.
Yeah. How close are we on CMC's rushing yards here? I'll pull that up. You can talk.
He's got to be about there. I did not do my job in updating the sheet, by the way. I will do that.
You're good.
Commercial. Remind me on the next commercial to add some X's in for the things that are done. And you can maybe even help me update based off of what needs to be X'd out.
Yeah, I'll pull up stats here. So Niners, Christian McCaffrey has
he has the TUD. I already know that. He has 82 rushing yards, it looks like.
Yep.
To me currently.
Oh, wait, hold on. These stats don't look right because he doesn't have a TD on these. Hold on.
Here, I'll pull up the sheet as well.
Well, guys, somebody has a TD. These stats have nobody on the Niners with a touchdown. So, no, yeah, Christian McCaffrey. There we go. It was a receiving touchdown. I was just looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and I did not qualify that as any particular type of touchdown because that's just unfair on this offense. You never know what they're going to do.
An all-purpose touchdown, if you will.
Yeah.
Here we go. Red zone action. 3rd and 1.
On the 7-yard line, hand off to CMC up the gut. He's going to get to about the 3-yard line almost by the end of that.
Moving them chains.
Did you think there for a second, John, he was going down about 2 yards shy of that, maybe 3 yards even for a sec?
No, well, no, and maybe another running back I would have.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I really mean.
Yeah, I get your point. Like, I didn't think he was, though.
The legs, I hate when I don't like to be the guy who repeats the things you always hear because I hate it when people think they sound smart when they're just repeating stuff they've heard said on a broadcast in particular. And we're not listening to the broadcast. I don't think either of us are right now. But he just never stops moving his legs. But even more than that, like, he keeps his body upright long enough to where, like, something like that. He gets hit. He got hit multiple times. I don't know if this is a touchdown here or not. But another running back is not even getting close, you know?
CMC just has the game on like easy mode. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's exactly what it looks like. You even if you've never played Madden before, It's like, oh, put it on easy mode and just like watch, like, oh,
So
everything
all
just
the people
works.
can't tackle you. Oh, that was a cross.
Yeah, he's. I mean, I know
That
we have
looked
a bad
across to
angle
me.
there. Here's the angle we need. Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Well,
the NFL goes,
fine.
no, you don't get to see that angle. It's too obvious as a touchdown. We got it
So
wrong.
what
from
did he
that
just
angle.
throw out of his way?
Brock Purdy. Oh, Purdy's
Well,
trying to
Brock,
help out our bingo sheets. Purdy with the
did he
sneak.
did he have a rushing touchdown in there or just all-purpose touchdown?
It's just touchdowns. I don't think I
So anything
qualified
that's
any
not
of
a
the
running
touchdowns.
touchdown. So does he have 2 TDs now?
So
Yeah, he
we
does.
no, yeah, he does. Yeah, because it was a
Yep,
receiving
he has a
touchdown for
passing touchdown
CMC.
and a rushing one.
Okay.
So Brock Purdy 2 TDs. That gives you your middle left spot, and that gives me my pretty much useless spot. On the right, second on the far right, second from the top. Fred Warner, 1 turnover, CMC 2 TDs, Nick Bosa 2 sacks, Brandon Ayuk 1 TD. I guess I could get that far right column, but
I think there's a lot of stuff that could happen. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, like a couple turnovers happen, like some ones that could happen really quick, and the boards look totally different.
CMC got in. TJ, yes, we were just talking about that. He has 1 TD. So far receiving TD. That's why I was looking at the stats like, wait, they don't have it, but it's because it wasn't a rushing TD. I was just looking in the wrong spot. All right, let's look at Ayuk's our yards right now. He's at 73. He's at 73 receiving yards. So that actually plays pretty well, I think, for me. Yeah, on that second from the top row, I have 3 spots already.
Oh, okay. Hey, we got some action happening then.
Yep.
Let's see this. I am currently trying to
It's a commercial break.
Sheet.
Are you going to update the thing?
Yes, I am currently working on that.
All right, so we're gonna go through the squares that are done. So yeah, ask me questions and I'll tell you answers.
All right,
that's how that works.
Which ones have? Let's see. I know that
I don't know which ones are done, man. You got to tell me. You got to ask me how many of whatever thing people have.
Okay, I know that CMC has a touchdown, so I'm putting that one there.
Yep.
I know that Purdy has a touchdown. Let's see. Nick
Purdy
Bosa currently has.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Purdy has 2 touchdowns, which I think is one of them.
Perfect. Yep, Purdy has 2. Bosa still has no sacks, correct?
I mean, you're gonna make me find the defensive stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
He currently has no
we
sacks.
have no turnovers as well, right?
Ooh. I don't think that's not on my sheet. Give me stand by.
We have like individual turnovers, but
right. Hold on. When you say turnovers, what do you mean? Does it need to be attributed to a player?
So not necessarily. So the way I defined it on here, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, an interception, or a tackle that results in a turnover on downs. I'm calling all of those turnovers for the individual.
Oh, geez.
The only other
those
thing
are going to be hard. That's going to be hard to track in real time because they don't like update.
We'd have to witness it. We'd have to witness it, and that hasn't happened yet. I'm almost positive.
Okay.
I believe I missed the first drive of this game trying to figure out how to get this on my computer because I deleted all my cookies, which you already knew, but not everyone knew.
Oh man, dude, that's the worst.
It is.
That's like
real. It's a real nightmare, John. I'm going to be honest with you.
When things are like, hey, you should delete your cache and cookies or whatever, and I'm like, I'll just quit my job. Honestly, like it's gonna be easier.
You know what? I'm just going to burn my house down instead of doing that.
Why not just burn my
equally. Okay, so we also have. Does anybody have 80 receiving yards on?
Good question.
80 is the line for a lot of guys.
73 for Ayuk.
Ayuk has an 80-yard line. So that's super close to happening as well. I believe I have an up-to-date sheet if we only have these 2. Do we have an unlisted player? So not. I don't believe we do.
No.
I'll explain that.
Yeah, CMC has a receiving touchdown. Purdy has a rushing touchdown.
And it looks like we're coming back into action. I am about to have this good to go. So if you want to cover this just for a sec, John, what's going on the TV?
So where we are right now, I'll tell you all if you want to sync up with us for watching the game. I'll tell you when the snap happens. It is 1st and 10 for the Seahawks after the score, and the snap is happening right now. A little run for about 2-3 yards. Let's talk about the Seahawks a little bit since TJ's here. TJ, I appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah, TJ, how's it going, bro? TJ, by the way, I know TJ. TJ is one of the guys I sent a link to here to jump in, play cornhole with TJ. And just recently, I know I mentioned that I had a cornhole tournament, a big tournament coming up. And that happened, by the way. And just so that the community is up to date, your boy did bring home that hardware.
How many likes on this video will it take for you to post the video of your championship cornhole match?
I mean, I think you know the real answer, but let's say like I don't know. I want to do it. So let's say
you want to do it. Okay, none.
Let's say
one.
like 50, yeah, let's say 15. Let's get it to 15 likes.
Okay.
Then I'll post it in a separate video.
Big pass to DK Metcalf gets him across midfield. He was super open. Like I don't know who was. It was just a zone. So he just found a seam in that zone, and Geno Smith found him, and that gets him to not across midfield, but
yeah, they are.
Yeah, just across midfield. Sorry,
just barely.
And yep, little 6-yard out route there.
Yeah,
so the Seahawks are moving on offense as well.
Okay, I do have an up-to-date bingo sheet here. I forgot to make the background transparent. I won't make that mistake again. That's okay. Whoa. You couldn't really see much of us anyway.
This is not bad, though. I don't hate this.
No, it's not bad. But this is where we currently sit as far as things that are actually done. So you do have two on one line already.
I know. That's nice. I like that. And Ayuk will probably be a third, but the turnover thing we're actually going to have to see.
Yeah, well, most of them will go on to. It's pretty rare that a team's going to go for it on fourth down. Like that would be the only thing that wouldn't show up on the stat sheet.
Right. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's pull this down.
Fumble recovery, interception. Yeah.
Back to this. Oh, I do have some other things to share, by the way.
That's nice.
I'll show you. So if I lose bingo, this is what I have to deal with. I should have had it more ready to go before I talked it up. That's okay.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like that's okay. I'm gonna pull these.
I'll talk about the Seahawks real quick since TJ's here. By the way, this fan, the dude, just some of the fans they're showing, you're real winners, you know.
Heck yeah, dude.
They're my favorite.
Always.
Anyway, I'll talk about the Seahawks for a second. I think breakout player there is Kenny Walker 3 a rookie?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if Brock Purdy hadn't come on like he did, like he honestly might be the guy for rookie of the year.
I think that there's only one other guy in the mix. It's them two and Garrett Wilson. Yeah. And as we know, it should be a regular season award, but I mean, they don't announce it until later. I don't know when they're exactly going to announce it, but like I have a hard time believing they don't kind of factor in some stuff.
Right. If the Niners make a deep run or something like that. But I don't know. I do kind of think that the fact that Kenneth Walker III was already a big part of their running back room before the injuries to the other two running backs, right? Like they had two major season-ending injuries.
It was Penny mostly.
I know Penny, but didn't they have another season-ending injury in their running back room?
There could have been a guy like Homer that went down or something like that. But I think even coming into the season, Walker was at least 2 on the depth chart.
Yeah, he was already a major part of their running back room, even before.
Ooh, first down, Seattle. Geno completes a pass to Tyler Lockett to like the Niners' 38-yard line or so. Geno Smith, a decent line here. They flashed it. I love it when they flash the stats of a guy for like half of a second onto the screen. Just enough to not see it. 11 for 13. Oh, I think that might be operator error on my part. 11 for 13, 12 for 14, 141 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions for Geno Smith right now. Oh, we got Wendy Dash in the chat. She's another. How do we get so many Seahawks fans in this chat? I don't know what it is, but we're happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us, Wendy. How did this happen? For anybody who doesn't know, I am a Niners fan swimming in a world of Seahawks fans. I live in Washington State. It is rough sometimes, but
yeah,
you know what? It's not all that bad. There's more Niners fans here than you would think, honestly, too.
I think Niners are like kind of one of the when I think of like quote unquote major market football teams, Niners are one of them. Geno scrambling, throws it away.
Best Harry Houdini impression out of Geno Smith right there. Gets out of the clutches of one of our big guys. Looks like that was Charles Omenihu. Man, what they say about the Niners D-line is that it's deep. And this is what you're seeing. This is not really a starter, but he really had him dead to rights there. Just barely lost his legs. Could not finish that wrap up. Oh, Geno Smith. Geno Smith's playing. I saw an alert earlier today that the Seahawks plan to have Geno Smith be their starter next year. Is that true?
I don't think that's
Do we
a bad
know that for
bad
sure?
move.
No. But do I believe that? Potentially, yeah.
Well,
maybe.
do you think Geno Smith is one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the NFL?
I think that is irrelevant. But I will try to answer your question.
Right. I'm asking, do you think Geno Smith deserves a starting job somewhere?
See, that is a more that answer I would say perhaps, but it depends what the alternative is.
Right.
They're gonna have a decent a shot at a quarterback in the first round anyway if they wanted to go that route.
Sure.
Sounds like they're not planning on that, or they want to build up his trade value or something, based off of like reports leaking out of Seattle saying Geno Smith's going to be the starter next year. And the reason I say it's irrelevant is, sometimes betting on a young guy,
hanging on to that pass,
you get some upside later. John's talking about the DK Metcalf completion we just saw for a first down here.
I just interrupted you, but that was hard to.
No. Down to the 24-yard line of the Niners. That ball was great. This is what I really think about DK is that entire play embodies what he is. You're like, man, you're a receiver, but you initially missed the catch. Then you pulled it off because you're a supreme athlete, which he undeniably is. But he's an athlete first, a receiver second. And that's not even like not trying to be disrespectful, but like there's guys who are not great athletes who just run super crisp routes and have undeniable hands, but they can't like separate, like they don't like come down with contested catches. Like DK is a guy who could come down with a contested catch, but he could also drop a wide open pass when because he can separate so like on an elite level.
Yeah. No, and it's funny. So I would actually Tyler Lockett is more of like he's not athletic. You know what I mean? But
he's
more
just super quick, super fast, obviously fast twitch.
Yeah, that is the
little.
That is the Seahawks sort of formula, or it has been, right? Like
they like speed. They were built for Russ with the deep ball. So like guys who can separate like on vertical routes have really been their bread and butter for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
We got somebody down on the field here. Looks like a guard, maybe 63.
This is Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle number 63. Let me check that out.
All right. So you're checking out that injury. We're on commercial break right now. Hop in the chat. Tell us who you are, how you heard about us. Would be awesome because it helps us to know like how people are hearing about us. That was redundant. I'm sure you knew that it helped us to know. Just so we can do more of what's working for us and more of what's getting us out there.
So
Casey, I think you have a picture of some jalapenos, I
do actually, John. Thank you for reminding me. That injury, by the way, was guard Austin Blythe out of Iowa. Hopefully he's okay. I want the Niners to win, but I don't want them to win on the back of like a bunch of injuries or anything.
Right,
like that.
not a bunch of it. And can I just while you're pulling up your picture, I'll say,
sure.
I feel bad about this, but I always, when it's like an offensive guard or offensive tackle or even a defensive lineman, if it's not like a major edge rusher, I'm always like, oh yeah, it's just an lineman. Doesn't even matter that much.
What I feel so bad about is like you never want to see a guy get injured, even if you're rooting for the other team. But like most people, they go, oh, Austin Blythe, okay, cool. Unless you're like a big fan of the Seahawks, you probably don't even know who that is. I mean, he's a pretty talented guy.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost always linemen.
But like, the main thing that sucks is like, not only should you feel bad for that guy, and sometimes they get overlooked being that like non-sexy position, it's also like that is going to affect the game more than you realize, even if you are a casual fan.
That's exactly right. Like I know it actually does affect the game, but still, I'm just like, oh, whatever. It's just their left tackle, like just their most important offensive lineman. Who cares?
Yeah. All right. Real quick here. I'm going to add some sexy music to make these look even hotter, but this is going to be my you're
going to add some music to the photo.
Yeah. This is going to be my penalty. If poppers made from, these are like the seeds of all those jalapenos.
All of those jalapenos. So the ones on the top.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody took
all of
these.
I have 3 pictures to show. Yeah, these are all of those. This is the best picture to show it. All of the seeds from all of those jalapeno peppers are put into 3 peppers, and I'm going to eat these poppers If I lose at bingo, I'm gonna eat all 3 in succession.
Yes.
Just boom, boom,
And
boom.
if I lose at bingo, I will be like, dang it, I lost.
we're gonna find something in your refrigerator. You got to do something.
I mean, if I lose at bingo, how about this? Just so y'all can stay around, you can see who won and lost. I'll buy someone in our chat. I'll buy someone in our chat like a jersey, like a
okay,
jersey from your favorite team, or a jersey.
John is gonna buy the If John
I'll pay for my punishment. Like you're like, I'll eat hot things. I'm like, I will pay not to eat hot things.
Okay. I like where you're going with that, John. I like where you're going with that. You know what? Oh, okay. Oh, looks like I have an update on how these look. Let me get these off of the screen real quick here. I do have an update. Let's get this back up there though.
Megan sent you a picture, or your significant other sent you a picture of them. Oh, you actually have them with you.
They're wrapped in bacon.
They're wrapped in bacon?
Yes, they are bacon wrapped. They are poppers. They're going to be delicious either way, but they are going to be hot. And you know what, John? I'll see your jersey raise. If I lose, I'll buy somebody from your team, somebody who's supporting your team's jersey. If you lose, you buy somebody from my team's jersey. So I want to hear it now definitively.
Okay, yes, okay.
Who is on Team Gold? Who is on Team Red? Are you on Team John or Casey? Is maybe what I should have made the graphic, if I'm being honest.
Right, yeah. So I do remember TJ was with me on Gold. So TJ, right. Stick around, because if we win, Casey's probably buying you a jersey, because I don't think anyone else is with us on Gold.
And we got Team Red here for Megan. She's gonna be holding it down for Team Red right now, and we're looking for anybody else to declare in the chat. I know we have more viewers than just these two, so I want to hear which team you want to be on. Chance to win a free jersey. Massive play.
That's it. That's a Bosa turnover, right?
That is a Bosa turnover. I didn't see who got the hit. We were talking, but we have a massive development.
That is huge. They were in the red zone. Wendy. It's all the Seahawks fans that are with me today.
All the Seahawks. John, you're all the Seahawks fans. Okay, here we go. We got a replay. Is this Omenahu who comes home? Yep. Omenahu, the guy who could not finish.
Knocks it loose.
He could not finish the sack before. And then my guy, Nick Bosa.
Senior Nick Bosa.
Let's go. I don't know if you can see it. Wearing a Bosa jersey.
I can see it. Yes, we can see it.
We can see it.
Good job.
Nick Bosa diving on top, getting the fumble recovery. That's a turnover.
That's pretty huge, because they were going to at least get a field goal out of that possession.
Absolutely. I think they were going to score.
There's
I think they were going to score a touchdown.
They were at least going to get a field goal out of that possession. It would have been 23-20.
That's what this does. Best defense in the league through the regular season. Why would that stop now? In Super Wildcard Weekend. I do hate the Super. It's such a brand. It's such a
it sounds stupid.
It's such a nothing burger to add Super there. Like, come on,
it's Super Wildcard.
All right, I'm gonna throw this.
You've heard of Wildcard.
I'm gonna throw this back up while I do this. You can feel free to take it down, but just so people can see, and you can maybe talk through what it'll look like with the Bosa turnover. This is the kind of thing I meant. One big play, and this kind of takes on a whole nother shape.
This is huge. So this is red team over here on the left. Brock Purdy 2 TDs, CMC 100 yards, or CMC 1 TD. Those are both crossed out. The Nick Bosa turnover on that same row that Casey has 1X on the CMC yardage. He's going to have another X on that Nick Bosa turnover on the far left there. And that's also going to be in his far left column. So that gives you 2 chances to win. But for me, that Nick Bosa turnover, so over on the gold team side, that Nick Bosa turnover is going to be on the row that I already have my other 2 X's. And Brandon Ayuk is close. Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, no. But you need 2 Debo touchdowns to finish that one.
I know. That is the real bummer there.
But it does make it so that at any moment, you're a Debo fan in this moment if that happens.
Yeah. So Brandon Ayuk.
Check the box score real quick. So I have, because Ayuk might have. No,
he has 73 yards right now, so he hasn't gotten it yet.
Okay. Most of the
Debo plus Ayuk. I need 2 touchdowns out of Debo and or Ayuk.
Is that what your
the combination of Debo and Ayuk? I need 2 touchdowns from.
Oh, that's right. It does say Debo and Ayuk. Oh, that could really happen, John.
I know.
That could really happen. We might be staring down.
I like when it was just Debo. You were like, yeah, you're Debo. Like then you said, oh, that can really happen. Like it couldn't happen if it was just Debo.
No, it could, but like it's just double the odds.
Where's
right?
your faith? Your faith in your former favorite player.
Oh, John! Don't call him my former favorite. He's just like the lesser half of my co-favorites. Is that okay to say? And actually, that's not even true.
I'm not like you. It would take me like a couple years to be
Bro,
like say CMC
okay,
is my favorite.
I feel like, okay, the NBA fans, you're an NBA fan, for people who don't know. NBA fans are, okay, we got to start talking about the Debo. Oh, no! Oh, he got it back. He got it back.
Whew.
What? Okay, hold on. Let's. I'm gonna pause my thought. We gotta look at this. Okay, they're showing the turnover now, which was incredible. I love that Charles Omenihu did something after he failed to get
Pete Carroll's face too.
that last
Pete
sack
Carroll.
missed by Omenihu was like heartbreaking because that guy is one of those underrated players, like just for his entire career, and a huge sack like that would have changed the game.
That GIF of Pete Carroll's face is just that could become a meme big time. Like
it could. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see more of that. We're coming down to the last couple minutes of the third quarter here. Handoff left to CMC. He cuts it back right. He's still on his feet. He dodges a couple tackles.
there's the greater half of your.
I can't say it more often. A play that looks like it's going to be for 1-2 yards, maybe a loss of yards, turns into a 9-yard gain just because of this man's running ability. Like,
there was a
he's
kid
just
that
special.
There was a kid I played football with in like junior high school.
Let's
who
get
was
him in
like
the chat. Just send him the link to the chat. I want
seriously,
him in here.
who was like an extremely dominant running back, like average until maybe his senior year of high school. I think other people kind of caught up with him, but he would average like a lot. I mean, there was a time where he would like touch the ball and score literally every time, and I think that's like not uncommon. There goes CMC again. But that's who CMC reminds me of. Like watching a dominant 8th grader who's like just bigger and faster and stronger than everybody, just run all over everyone. That's
welcome to the Triple Cross podcast, where we will take professional sports and devolve them down to our 8th grade equivalents,
our 8th grade experience,
and speak with them with the exact same like fervor. CMC on that next play, by the way, designed to get 1 yard on like a dive up the gut. He gets another like 10 yards. Like it's almost not fair when he's got the ball. I'm almost not in favor of running the ball.
The greater half of your co-favorites.
Yes.
Going off.
The 70% of my favorite player in the league right now is
little pitch. See what he does here. That one's not going to develop.
And if I'm honest, like I'm wearing a Bosa jersey. We know where my allegiance lies. And also the allegiance lies in Megan as well. She says if
she'll
the
take a Bosa jersey as well once you win.
Take a Bosa jersey.
What happens if nobody wins? Do we just both lose then?
Right now, there is nobody else on my team. At least on your side, you got to do like a coin flip between 2 people at least.
That's true.
We need more declarations. Otherwise, if Team Red wins, Megan's getting herself.
Megan's taking home a Bosa jersey.
If we have multiple people on a team, we'll do a little like random spinny wheel of names of the people who are still around at the end of the stream.
Not this time, but another time. I think you should do like you should have to take your Bosa jersey off and send it to someone if you lose.
I will wear a different jersey. Or I'm not doing that with this. I mean, come on.
Like, no, not a Bosa jersey.
This one was not as easy to find. I mean, I'm not putting this one on the line. That's crazy.
Not the green one.
Come on,
no,
man.
yeah, it would. Yeah,
come on, bro. I mean, do you know how hard it was to make this outfit work? Like green Niners hat.
I mean, first of all, somebody had to tell you what color it all was.
Hey, we don't need to cover that on every single podcast, John.
And then
but it's
secondly,
okay if you want to tell people.
You had to find the same color. Did you like when you were shopping online? Did you like check the hex code?
I did.
To make sure it was the same color.
False. You know, like because we also know that like let's not pretend like the pictures on like when you're shopping online are perfectly accurate for the product you receive. Like, I mean, there's literally memes dedicated to this.
Right.
Like,
yeah. If you get it on wish.com. It's probably just a completely different product. You order a Niners hat and you get a mug.
This won't even fit on my body. What are we doing?
How am I supposed to wear this?
I don't know if you feel this way, John, but if anybody is dead set on joining us on screen for maybe like a short period of time.
So TCAF, if you're around or if anyone.
Yeah, if anybody particularly wants to jump in, let us know. We will potentially drop a link for that to happen.
We won't like hold you hostage or anything. You can leave whenever you want.
We can't.
We literally can't hold you hostage. It's a remote podcast.
Correct. We have no ability to do such things.
Right. And even if we could, we wouldn't probably.
I like how you qualified it with a problem.
Most likely.
You know, there's no good reason we would want to do this, but we still might just for no reason.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's talk about football, John. Actually, you know what, John? Take this moment to let people know, anybody who's on right now, let them know what we're talking about later today. Go ahead and plug your version of the show that the show that you run off of this same channel.
Off this same channel.
What's coming up.
Yeah, so later today, while we're on commercial, we'll talk about this a little bit. Later today, we podcast probably twice a week on average. Sometimes it's a live stream. Sometimes we podcast twice and do a live stream. But the two shows are typically one football show per week and one that's focused on the NBA. The NBA is kind of a little bit more where I am a fan and have more expertise. So we are doing an NBA show later today, sometime after the game, probably pretty shortly after the game. We'll go live with it just because, by tonight it might be out of date. So that's how fast things move in the NBA. But yeah, join us for that if you're an NBA fan. We'll talk about. Are you
watching the game right now?
Yes.
What did we just see here? I just pulled it up.
The fake handoff
as Brock Purdy slings it off to the left.
Ooh.
That is a catch by Juwan Jennings. I guess he got touched. Okay, he's down. He got up like he was scoring. That does look down to me on like the 8 or so. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have a first down on the 7-yard line. It looks like actually. What a huge play! I mean, Brock Purdy does not look like a rookie out here.
Niners in the red zone. Territory. Ooh, little shuffle pass.
Look at that. He just slings it down. I mean, he's just trying to get rid of it. I don't know how that's not grounding, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's a receiver.
It's because he threw it underhand as a shuffle pass. I don't think it's grounding if you do that, right?
It's still a pass. It's forward. It's pass. So same rules apply.
But he didn't definitely just throw it into the ground. There was a running back there.
I guess so. I mean, it's weird. It's weird where they draw the lines on the roughing the passer or the intentional grounding penalties.
Grounding, yeah. There was an eligible receiver in the area, in the vicinity.
All right, I'll take that. I'll accept that as an answer. I mean, I want it to be what happened anyway. They don't get flagged.
Right. Yeah, we want to believe it was true
But I want to say, from the first half of play, especially, I saw multiple times where this happened, where Purdy narrowly
here we go. Unlisted player touchdown.
Just like this. This is unlisted player touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, I had a feeling he would be like the unlisted player, if anybody. That'd be RB2 on the Niners now. After the CMC trade, you would think he wouldn't be excited, but he, in all reports I've seen, has been thrilled to have CMC join because he's immediately maybe the best RB2 in the league, and he's going to find himself in a lot of situations like this.
Yep. So here, this isn't the most up-to-date version, but that unlisted player touchdown, when we update this, we'll put, where is it on yours? Red. Oh, that'll put on Casey's middle far right. He'll have Casey's red team. So he'll have a slot taken on middle far right. And is that the only, and the Nick Bosa turnover we'll put one right there. So on the far left, second from the bottom. Oh, the Niners are going to go for 2.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to watch that. Instead of working on this.
Oh, are you?
Oh, we got a pass
handoff
to the right to kill. It's good. They're going to look at that because I don't know.
That was strong. That was some big man stuff right there.
I mean, it's going to be tough to reverse that, but I'm not immediately celebrating because that could be tough. That could be tough. Did he have it secured still behind the line as he's coming back towards the field of play? Also, did they move early? It looked like Kittle had a jump on that like crazy.
There was
it. Is that secure though?
Oh, it was pretty secure.
Bobble in here. His hand moves around.
Yeah, we need another angle. We need another angle.
I mean, without any. I saw the ball move, not at all. So unless you see something that shows something that I didn't see, I think it was just that one hand going off and flailing.
What do y'all think?
To me, almost made it look like he was bobbling the ball. I am working on the up-to-date version here. Let's see. We had unlisted.
Yeah. So in the comments, while Casey's working on that, do you think he bobbled it? You think that's a Kittle 2-point conversion? I think it is. I think it's pretty clear. I mean, we didn't get that front angle, but I think it's pretty clearly a 2-point conversion. So Brandon Ayuk still sitting at 73 yards. Casey, here, I'll pull this back up so people can watch it while we're doing it. All right. So that's the last one. Casey's updating this right now. Brandon Ayuk still 73 yards. Do you have any other questions? I'm looking at the box score now.
No, I have 4 X's on each side right now. Yep. I added in I have a fresh sheet now. Let me get this uploaded here. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to think. And
how many touches does Debo have? He probably has his 8 touches.
You know what I said I would do, John, that I didn't do? I did not make the background transparent on that one either. That's okay, though.
Debo has 6 touches right now. He has 4 receptions and 2 carries.
All right, so that's a pretty compelling line as it sits too.
Yep.
I'm going to re-export this with a transparent background so that we can kind of poke our heads around if we want to. That just makes it a little more fun in case we
All
want to.
right. Are we still letting people get in the game now? Like now that so much of it's developed. So as a reminder,
I think so. I think it's still like not a given
Okay.
who's going to win here. I mean,
so as a
I
reminder,
think, hey, John, I think here should be
Go
the
ahead.
if nobody gets a bingo, a full-on bingo, I think we should go with whoever has the longest line.
All right.
At
So like
the
right
end
now,
of
that
the
winner
game.
would be me.
Right now, well, no, right now we're tied, 2 each.
Well, I have a 3.
You have 2 in a row.
Oh, the longest
I'm
line
saying
like in a
longest
row?
line connected. Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
like when Brandon Ayuk hits the 80
Not the
yards
most
receiving,
progress toward bingo. No, I guess you would have a 3. We would be tied either way because you have that free space.
yeah, I think number of in one line is fine to go off of, but I guess the tiebreaker would be how many in a row do you have? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
right
think
now it would be a tie either way.
tiebreaker 1 would be
Or no,
progress
it'd be you,
toward
I
a
guess.
bingo, and then
Right.
tiebreaker 2
Yeah,
would be
that's
most
fine.
in
I
a
think
row.
that's fair. Right now
In which
you'd
case
be the
we'd be
winner.
tied on all of those anyway.
Well, right now you'd be the winner because you have 3
No, but yeah, you do
one
too
line.
because of that free space though.
Oh, free space. You're right. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay. Forgot about
Remember
the
how
free space. Let
bingo
me
works?
cross
There's
it.
a free space in the middle.
Well, I forgot to put an X on those, John.
I know. Maybe to be fair, we're not 85 years old, so it's not like we're pros at this game.
It's true. I don't play a lot of bingo, but hey, you know what, John? You don't know we don't have any 85-year-olds in the chat. Like, we don't need to be talking like that. If you're 85
if
and
we
you know
do,
how to
they
work
probably play a
YouTube,
lot of bingo.
yeah,
They're probably better than us.
odds are they're not on YouTube, but if they are, we appreciate you being here with us.
Yeah. If you're 85, tell us if you're a Seahawks or Niners fan. On the chat, it's on the side. It's underneath if you're on your phone, or it's on the side.
You'll never find it.
They just left. They're like, I hate these guys.
All right, we got action happening again. We got to cover the game. Metcalf.
If they did find it, they wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sorry. I'm still on the 85-year-olds. I'll move on.
Okay, we're moving on now to the coverage of the game. We have the score now is 31-17. Niners up by 2 scores right now. 13:30 left in the fourth quarter. Seahawks have the ball on their own 34-yard line. They need to make something happen here. A touchdown would be great. Even a field goal, though, just to make sure you can get down the field and score. That's going to be huge to them. Kenneth Walker running like a man possessed. John, how much do you think that, in honest, I mean, I know you're more NBA, but same thing for NBA. Like, how much would you say this game actually matters towards Rookie of the Year contention for 2 of the top contenders, right? Ken Walker and Brock Purdy? Like, if Purdy finishes with a crazy stat line, do you think that goes into the decision making of who gets that award?
Can you tell me who's the committee that chooses in the NFL? Maybe you don't know off the top of your head.
I don't know. It is some NFL executive voting group. I don't.
Oh yeah, because I think in the NBA the media has something to do with it. Like,
I don't believe it's done by the media like it is the NBA. I think it's like an internal team with the NFL. I'm not totally sure. Ooh, the Niners.
If it's all internal, can I just go full WWE on you and just say it's scripted anyway, and they're just going to choose whichever team has more fans or by their own measurements?
Who would that be then in your best estimate?
Probably the Niners. That's what I was saying earlier, and I think
we got a New York guy.
I think we got interrupted by the game. Our conversation got interrupted by the game.
All right, everybody, turn the game off. We're going to full
Let's
podcast
just talk.
mode.
But yeah. I think I was saying earlier is like I really think of the Niners as like one of the large market teams. Like there's a lot of Niners fans kind of everywhere, and given you and I have always lived in like the western half of the United States, so it's probably more true here. But I definitely think of them as like a large, quote unquote, large market team in the NFL, even though that's not a thing in the NFL, but like the version of that, from the NBA where it's like, it's basically like the Heat, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Celtics, Warriors kind of, and like maybe the Rockets that are just like always good, always paying the salary tax.
John, you know what I just realized? We're missing a square on the bingo boards right now. We had, I think it's one still. Do we have unlisted player turnover?
What? I don't think so.
No, we don't. Okay. We just have unlisted player touchdown.
I think I had that. Wagner turnover.
Warner. Come on, man.
Fred Wagner.
On, bro.
What did I say? Warner? Oh no, I said Wagner.
This is a matchup I think people will love to see. it seems automatic that DK is like a superior athlete to most, but we got Charvarius, Mooney Ward, huge free agent acquisition over the most recent offseason for the Niners. Probably definitely the single biggest piece of the team that they acquired in the offseason, which I guess you could only say like maybe Brock Purdy is anywhere near that. Which just most people wouldn't have thought a last pick of the draft would equal like the same magnitude of like big free agent spending money. Pete Carroll's 85. TJ, fun fact.
That's a fun fact.
Pete Carroll, if you're watching our stream right now, bro, you got a game to play right now.
Yeah, why are you watching this?
Yeah,
we're flattered.
and also,
would you like to come on the podcast sometime? Up in the chat and let us know if you can find it.
For how to chat. He's trying to figure out how to.
He's trying to figure it out. Give it to one of your players. They'll know.
Yeah, on the sideline.
One of those bench guys.
A second string special teamer. Here.
Yeah, you probably know the social medias.
Yeah.
What happened there? Oh man, dude, I love the
that
Niners
guy was
fans.
Really whistling hard. That guy
was like, he kind of looked like a guy who doesn't actually know how to whistle like that, but he's like, I'm learning right now.
He's like, the camera has no idea. Sounds so loud through the camera. We got Bosa hard off the edge. Okay, they got the. Yeah. I thought that was going to be a Bosa stack, if I'm being honest. So
I thought that should have been
wrong.
more yards.
We did not miss I can confirm we do not have unlisted. We have nothing unlisted player anymore. Oh no, we do have unlisted player. Oh no, I was supposed to already get that one. Oh, I did.
Pete Carroll's 85 though. That's like pretty old. Like the only other person who's like still active in the NFL that I can think of is Jerry Jones. He's like 88 or something.
He's not.
That's old for a coach though. I mean, Pete Carroll's a spry dude for 85. He's moving around.
It's true. His jaw is off the chain. He chewing gum all game long, every game.
He's got a strong jaw.
We got a punt by Dixon.
Ooh, that's going to be a return.
We will have a return here. Ray McLeod takes it past the 20, makes one guy miss, kind of gets tackled by a mob on like the 23-yard line or so. Yeah. Ray McLeod, another big offseason acquisition for the Niners. They went out and they spent on special teams guys. They got a few big special teamers. Ray McLeod, return specialist. He's also kind of developed into the wide receiver, like 3/4 role on the Niners offense. He's kind of the backup Debo when they need it. He's also just their wide receiver 4 behind Debo, Brandon Ayuk, and Juwan Jennings.
Yeah. Real quick, I will finish what I was going to say earlier about the NBA show later today. We'll talk some NBA stuff. What I have planned so far is we've got a latest update on like all-star voting. So we'll talk about who the fans think should be the all-star starters. We're going to talk about Jordan Clarkson squaring up. He's always just putting the Dukes up, man. The dude wants to fight real bad. So we'll talk about that. We'll show some videos. It'll be fun. And then we'll talk about the Miami Heat a little bit. And then anything else. If any of you guys are NBA fans and like you are actually like, oh, maybe I'll hop in there. Tell us what you want us to talk about because I'm down. I'm down to talk about whatever. Anything NBA, really. Who's 72? Who's he talking
Pete
about?
Carroll. I believe it's Pete Carroll. I believe that is.
Oh, I got you. So the 85 thing was a joke. Yeah.
I believed it.
I totally believed it. Yeah. That is, I mean, I think I have a bias toward like anything after 70. I'm like, yeah, 85, totally believable.
No, I mean, I feel like I knew he wasn't 85, but I was willing to go with it. You know what I mean? Like, I was really willing to like live in that world where we pretend that's true just for the sake of comedy. But TJ's
just keeping us honest over here.
Statistician. He's over there Googling.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I think of Greg Popovich as like ancient, and I think he's only 77. So it's like if Pete Carroll's 85, that is impressive. Check your sources, TJ. We're just gonna. We trusted you. I feel like you violated our trust a little bit.
It's all right. That's kind of where TJ lives, you know, like that's he's
like he'll lie to you, but then he'll tell you in a couple minutes, like I lied to you.
Yeah. All right. I want to know. What do we want to know? Which one of these squares is going to be checked off next? I want to know what you think, John, first and foremost. And if anybody wants to weigh in the chat, what do you think will be the next square to be X'd off?
Debo 8 touches.
Debo 8 touches. Let's see. He's
Or
currently
Ayuk
at
80
what?
receiving yards.
Yeah, 80 receiving
There's a
yards. Is
Debo
the one that
touch
jumped
right
out
there,
to me.
guy.
That would be his
Debo.
7th touch.
Yep, that's touch number 7 for Debo. Ayuk only needs 7 receiving yards.
Christian McCaffrey is over 100 yards already rushing. So
yeah.
that is
Didn't
one
we
that
already
needs to be
cross that one off though?
No, but it will be crossed off on the next version. Tell you that.
Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, CMC is over 100. Ayuk only needs 7 more yards for 80. A Debo or Ayuk. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be one of those two. I don't know where Kittle's at in yardage.
That's really gonna make your bracket tough to beat.
Brock 3 TDs. The next TD could be another Brock TD. By the way, there's Debo's 8th touch. So
Debo 8 touches.
And there's a TD.
What?
There's a 3rd Brock TD.
Oh, I missed this play. I need to see the replay. I am no longer working on the sheet.
You weren't watching?
I was working on the sheet, man. I'm trying to keep things updated.
Nice
I'll do it for the crowd. All right.
That was super
I'm gonna
cool.
watch the replay,
it was way fun to watch. You should have seen it.
Thanks. I'm gonna see it right now. Man,
it was a good one, and it was a long one, but the length didn't matter for Debo.
They just
that
brutalized this team. They got one guy to beat, and there's a blocker. Like, I mean, that's
dude. That guy held that
I
block
will bet
for
on
so
Debo.
long.
Like, once that pass is completed, right? Like here, where Debo's catching the ball, right there. I would bet Debo to score this touchdown 10 times out of 10. I mean, literally, if I didn't get paid out, if he couldn't do it 10 times in a row, I would still bet on that.
You'd take that parlay, huh?
Yeah, never not scoring there.
By the way, that block was held for so long. It is a little bit of holding, but that's every block has a little bit of holding.
Yeah, well, that's kind of true, I guess.
He's safe now, though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He just kicked the yardage sign like right into his. I don't know who it was. It was like a coach or a trainer or somebody. Just nailed him with it. Oh, that guy was like, "What the heck, man? Why'd you kick that at me, jerk?" All right, so what do we got here? We got here. I'll pull up our last one from before. So CMC is over 100 rushing yards. So that will give Casey an X in the second column from the left at the very bottom.
So Debo got his 8th touch and his touchdown, and Purdy.
Debo has more than 100 all-purpose yards, probably.
Oh man, check that for me. Can you fact check that?
Yep. Debo has more than 100 receiving yards. So yes.
Did Brock Purdy go over 200 passing yards yet?
Ooh, yeah. He has 324 of them. So.
Oh, Brock Purdy's a monster.
Yeah. So that gives Debo his 1 TD. That gives Debo 100 all-purpose yards. That gives we're halfway through the Ayuk and Debo TD, 2 TDs.
Okay, we don't give half points.
I know. I'm updating the people, man. Oh, and Debo.
Did Ayuk get his 80 yards?
Ooh, good question. I don't think he got a reception on that last.
And wait, was that Brock Purdy? That was 3 touchdowns for Purdy.
3 touchdowns for Purdy. That was.
We had a lot of X's just go up, guys. That was.
Yep.
We literally
Purdy. Well, some of them already should have been up. So CMC was already over 100. Brock Purdy was already over 200 a while ago.
Debo has 100 all-purpose.
Yep. Brock Purdy has Brock Purdy now has 3 TDs. Brock Purdy has over 200 passing.
This is really developing here. This whole thing, guys. I mean, what are we doing? Wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 X's. I think on each side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing one before I update this. 8 touches for Debo. He has that one. I think that's the one I'm missing. This could have a mistake on it. I'm trying to move quickly. So don't crucify me if it's wrong. But here is a quick update of where we sit. Trying to cover the time while I finish exporting this.
Exporting.
Enhance.
So,
all right.
Yeah, how are we doing? Are we gonna
see our beautiful faces?
Hi.
For 1 second and gone again.
Ooh,
new updated bracket.
I'm close on 2 spots here. You're close on you're 2 away on a lot of spots.
I'm 2 away on multiple. Yeah, on at least 3 that I see.
So that
No, 4.
49ers defense, 5
Dang.
turnovers. I don't think there's any way that happens at this point.
That's
It's
gonna
too
be
late.
tough. How many of that? Just the one?
I think just a 1.
Ooh, that's tough. Oh, we
And
got Brock
then
Purdy's parents in the stands.
but
Super
Debo and
proud.
Ayuk 2 TDs. Debo and Ayuk 2 TDs could definitely happen because I just need 1 TD from one of them at this point. So yeah, that's where we are. Yeah, and otherwise I'm not close. So just as a reminder, I'm the gold team. You need a TD from Juice or a few more yards from Debo. You would need either another CMC TD and a Nick Bosa sack. That probably is your most likely line right there. Or
Another
you need a
CMC
Fred Warner
touchdown
turnover and a
I
Juice
do
TD.
believe a Nick Bosa sack is coming. The Seahawks are going to have to force themselves into more passing situations here, just down. So there's going to be pressure on Geno.
Was there just an interception?
Lenore jumping a route. We missed an interception live. Wow. I mean, the Niners are
Here's
playing
a chance
playoff
for some more
football here.
offense. So an Ayuk touchdown here is what I'm really after.
I mean, this is incredible. This game. Let's forget about our game within a game for 1 second. Let's just talk about this game.
Let's just talk about how the Niners are just dominating.
We were just saying how that it's impossible that the Niners are going to have 5 turnovers. I don't know. Seahawks, if they get 3 more possessions, they could all end in turnovers.
That's why I think I don't know if they'll even they might get 4 more total possessions. Statistically, I don't think 3 of them are gonna end in turnovers.
John, if you're a Seahawks fan, forget about the game within a game for a second. How are you feeling? How are you feeling right now? What do you feel like your odds are if you're a Seahawks fan right now? What can go right? What do you need to happen right now?
I mean, aside from outlier things like turnovers or fumbles or whatever, I would expect that the Niners might slow the game down a little bit, might run a little bit more. So the best thing I can do, we got Samuel lining up in the backfield here. The best thing I can really do the best thing I can hope for if I'm the Seahawks is stuff like this, right? So, he kind of made that into something, but just push them to turnovers on downs, right? Like if I can get 3 and outs out of them, and then you got to be perfect on offense, right? Like, I don't know. At least they're getting redemption for the pack, says Crypto Mob. Crypto Mob, good to have you here.
Crypto Mob in the chat. Redemption for the pack. John, do we still let people in on the game? I mean, we've only had 3 people declare.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we've got our teams kind of figured out here. You've already got a coin flip on your side. I mean, we'll let people know about the
next time we pull it up, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear. But hey, if you're here, stick around. Just stick around. You might enjoy yourself.
So we need so right now we got a little Niners bingo game going on, and basically in order to win, I need this possession. Well, I need a touchdown from either Debo or Ayuk right now. That's pretty good though. Like Debo, I got 1 touchdown, 2 major offensive weapons. Like I like that.
Oh man, that is.
And they are almost in the red zone already.
That would just end it, and that would be kind of beautiful. I mean, it feels like for a while there, I didn't think we were going to end up with any bingos. That's why I was
like, wow, for all of these things to happen is kind of, I didn't think.
Yeah, and it's tough because the opportunity cost. When one guy gets a touchdown, other guys aren't getting those touchdowns. But this did end up being a decently high scoring game already. I mean, Niners are here about to go up, hopefully to 40 points scored.
I mean, it's a 3-score game right now. I mean,
also Robbie Gould is at 2 field goals, right? He could also kick another field goal right here.
Yeah, that would give us.
He already have 3. He is 3. He missed that square.
Yeah, this is hard to keep updated while we're in live time.
It all happened.
We've learned things today.
Yeah, it all happened at once. I like this game though. It's just you got to. CMC is a monster.
That wasn't CMC guy. That was Mitchell.
That was Elijah Mitchell. He's also a monster. I mean, I don't know.
He sought out that contact. Like he wasn't like, let me try and avoid this defender. He was like, oh, there's a defender I can hit right there. Let me change my path.
For anybody who's watching this, I want them to hear your input on this because you don't watch every Niners game like I do. But you're seeing, like, I thought that was CMC for a moment. That is our second string running back. You're seeing the different receiving threats we have. You're obviously seeing the third string quarterback. I want to hear from you. What does this look like as sort of an outsider looking in on this Niners team in the playoffs against some of the best the NFL has to offer? What are you seeing from this team? Can they be stopped?
I think, I do maybe follow football a little bit more than someone who like doesn't at all. But that's what it looks like. It looks like it's like, man, they just seem like they're having their way. It's not gonna be the Seahawks that stops them. I'll put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of
like
caliber of a team? We recently did like a playoff
the
kind of
Eagles
breakdown.
or
Does your opinion of the Niners change at all from what we shot earlier in the week, breaking down the playoffs to what you're seeing
I think
now?
I probably watched a little more Niners than anything else this season. So the caliber team that's going to stop them is going to be like the Eagles or you're
thinking AFC after that, huh?
Pretty much after that I'm thinking AFC. It's going to be the Chiefs or the Bills, or and honestly I don't think the Chiefs and the Bills stop them. I think they just score more.
Would you make a bet on the Niners? They can't run into the Eagles until the NFC Championship game, which is one more win away, assuming they pull this one out and they win this, which I'm not trying to count my eggs before they hatch here, but like it's looking pretty solid right now. What odds do you give them in the next game? I mean, we can pull up the bracket.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
But it's not the Eagles.
It's either going to be the Giants or the Vikings.
Correct.
And I think that's going to be a little bit like the Seahawks. And I mean, I actually legitimately think the Vikings are better than the Seahawks. I don't know that I think the Giants are that much better than the Seahawks. But I think it's going to look very similar to what we're watching right now. This is how every game has looked really since they got Christian McCaffrey. The closest game they've had was their other game with their Seahawks during the regular season after they got CMC. And this is how pretty much all of them have looked. Like it's been Niners victories pretty comfortably.
It really has been. And you don't want to like,
the thing that derails this whole thing is if Debo or CMC goes down for the rest of the playoffs.
I think honestly, we're even like Debo going down proof. CMC would be a next level injury. I actually do have. I mean,
that's what really
Debo.
changed them into what they are right now.
He's the second best offensive weapon we have, and I wouldn't lightly say that. Like he's a monster, but CMC just takes on such a load, so many touches in one game, and he almost never has even one bad touch. Debo at his best is just as explosive, maybe even more so. But he's going to have some touches where nothing materializes, especially the types of touches he gets.
Well, let me ask you this. Two questions. Yeah, so CMC going down changes them back into what they were before, which it was a good team, but not this juggernaut that we're seeing.
And to Crypto's point here, they do have Elijah Mitchell back, which before CMC came along, Mitchell was out. So that was pretty huge too. So now they would go back to their original number one on the depth chart at the beginning of the season. But before CMC got here, they didn't even have him. So it was a much needed upgrade. And at a time where you could get an unprecedented type of player, like in a trade mid-season, like guys like CMC just don't get moved mid-season. It just does not happen.
The super obvious thing that we're not saying though, is that they're on their third string quarterback. And I think that you and I are in the same position on this, where we're like, if Purdy goes down, does that hurt the Niners? Like, I'm not saying it doesn't, but that's like, we've said this multiple times. Like if there's any team built for like, just plug QB in here, like it's the Niners.
But how can you say that when this young man is pulling off plays like this? Oh, that isn't even on him. That was your Ayuk touchdown.
It was because he knew. Yeah, that was
had that catch been completed, you would have won bingo.
Freaking Ayuk. What, that hit you in the bad spot in the hands?
I mean, I'm not crazy, right? Like Purdy, you're saying like plug QB in here. I don't believe that about this guy anymore. I think Purdy.
I'm not saying I believe that about this guy. I'm saying I believe that about the Niners.
I think that's a little less on Ayuk, more that guy, that linebacker. Oh, he didn't touch it. Ayuk.
He was in the corner. He was trying to keep his feet in.
There's a lot of
he was in his hands.
Sure, but Ayuk makes that catch more often than not, probably. Some distraction there. It was tough. That's a big focus play.
Ooh,
Gold hits his.
They might get another shot. They might get another shot. Oh no, they're good. Yeah, I thought there was like an offsides on the Field goal.
All right. For those of you who haven't seen this yet,
So when I say plug QB in here, I mean like if it were Jimmy G, I still think they'd be doing this well.
I agree. I think the
Who is a
Niners
game
have
manager
game
QB. So yeah, if Brock Purdy goes down, I think they plug in someone else who can manage game. Give Alex Smith a call. See if he's still in shape.
I don't know. I mean, I think he's good probably being retired.
Yeah.
But I do want to update the people on wrong spot. Here we go. We're making something happen here, you guys. All right. For those of you who want an update on the bingo game, I did add in a new X. I do not know the ramifications, did not think through this yet, but this is what we're looking at right now. I added in the Robbie Gold
field goals,
3 field goals, which
so
yeah,
the Debo and Ayuk will finish it off for me. But all that really does is, well, actually, Brandon Ayuk 1 touchdown and Nick Bosa 1 sack, and you got bingo. So I mean, Brandon Ayuk touchdown will finish it for me. So either way, that Robbie Gold X doesn't really help you at all, because in order for you to win with that X, it would finish the game in my favor.
Man. So
unless Debo got a touchdown. Actually, if Debo got it, no, never mind.
If we get a Fred Warner, okay, let me throw this. This is kind of like I don't know, uncharted territory. If Fred Warner gets a turnover and then Debo or Ayuk gets a touchdown, we tie. We hit bingo at the same time off the same square.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
I don't know what we do then. I don't know what the tiebreaker is, or if we both lose.
What do you mean? Fred Warner 1 turnover. You have that on there twice, by the way, man.
Oh, do I? Where do we have it here? I can probably.
So you have it on, for you, it's on the bottom, like 1 up from the bottom right, and then 1 right from the top left.
Oh, I do have that one on twice.
Way to go. Gosh,
we got
Casey.
A bonus square.
Got a bonus square.
It Warner looks gets like those extra ones probably won't come into play. It looks like it's only valuable to us. It's really only valuable 1 time to me.
Yeah. So if that happened in this defensive possession, and then a Debo or Ayuk touchdown happened, then we would both win at the same time, and nobody would get a jersey, and you wouldn't eat anything hot.
Fred Warner.
So hopefully that doesn't happen, because that would be less entertaining.
It's your daily double. All right. That was unintentional daily double. Fred Warner, he could really change the way these cards look real quick. I'm going to call it right here. This is the play. I see Geno Smith.
This is the play. Fred Warner turnover right now.
4:43 left.
Right now.
Snap.
Well,
okay, that was not a turnover by Fred Warner. Seahawks complete a pass to Tyler Lockett on the left side outside the numbers. Looks like they get out of bounds.
Dude,
Stop
Pete Carroll's face is just.
It looks in shape for how old he is. I'll give him that.
Yeah, for an 85-year-old. I mean, he's barely even wrinkled up. It's all those years in LA. He's got an LA face.
All right, guys. I want last call in here. We're at less than 5 minutes left of the game. Anybody who's in here, I think, can qualify.
Yeah, let's do it.
Red and gold team. We just showed the sheets. I want to hear which team you're on, and if you're on the winning team, you could potentially win a jersey. We'll do a coin flip, or we'll random wheel generator or something for anybody who's declared on that team. If your team wins the bet, then you are eligible to win a jersey of your choice.
Yo.
DK Metcalf all stacked up there on the left side. Looks like they only got like 1 or 2 yards out of that on that short pass off to the left side.
So as a reminder, let's say who's on what team now. So on Team Gold, so pulling for Team Gold to win in Niners bingo. We got Wendy.
Team Red, say boo gold.
Wendy and TJ, the 2 Seahawks fans. So if Team Gold does win, Casey might buy you guys a jersey. He's also going to eat some hot poppers, some hot jalapeno.
I am going to eat some hot poppers
just for fun. I actually think you might just do that anyway. Like, that's the reason you said the jersey thing, because you're like, this might not actually be a punishment. Like, I might just like
literally, I wanted these to be as hot as possible, and I believe they're going to be hotter than I want them to be. I bet they're going to be good regardless. It's not going to be all that torturous, but I do believe they will be hot, and I don't know how hot. I've never had 7 jalapeno peppers worth of seeds in one popper before. And I will do them all 3 one after the other. So yeah, I might have to bail after I do that. That might end the stream immediately.
Lastly, Megan was with Team Red. So if Team Red wins, I am buying Megan a jersey at this point, unless someone else gets in on this game and chooses Team Red. Team
Anybody
Gold
else?
is closer to winning though.
If Crypto's in, I want Crypto to declare too. I know Crypto's been dropping some comments lately, so
Crypto Mob, where you at?
last chance to
This
get
was
in
his last
here on this
comment.
action.
It was a while ago. His last comment was like 8 minutes ago.
That's all right. You know,
Maybe he got busy. He got busy trading. He had an
Crypto
entry on
doesn't
one
like
of his
to put
cryptos.
tabs on him, John. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not into that kind of thing. We have 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Dogecoin made
Niners
a move.
are in full
Crypto.
control here at 41-17. Geno Smith and the Seahawks on the Niners 49-yard line. We got another one for Team Gold. Crypto's in the mix now. Oh, Geno Smith.
Geno's
moving
dancing
around
back there, man.
quite a bit. Looks like they avoided all penalties.
Geno's just back there doing the water dance.
So this is potentially, we could see something like they might go for it here. And if it were Bosa or Warner, we are getting a turnover by the definition we have laid out on the squares.
Well, if it's what has to happen, that they get a tackle basically,
or if anything? Exactly. If they tackle, they get a tackle on this play, and the Seahawks don't convert, we would call that a turnover for the purposes of the bingo game. Fred Warner's not on the field, so that didn't happen. And that's a first down anyway.
That's a first down.
Looks like
move the chains, Seattle.
So it could still happen.
Christian McCaffrey seems like he just like he kind of looks like a guy who just like got out of the Marines and decided to start playing NFL football.
I want to know what, if you're a Seahawks fan, especially, what the Seahawks fans have to look forward to. We already talked a little bit about Geno Smith potentially remaining the starter next year. What else are they excited about? Obviously, Kenneth Walker. He's a piece they can build around, but it seems like they have backs go down every year. It's hard to get excited about just one back. What do we have to look forward to? It still feels like they're better than we expected, but they're not the dominant team you'd like to see. What do they need?
Was the Russell Wilson thing a trade, or was he a free agent?
It was. They actually do have draft picks. Yeah, they have quite a few draft picks. They picked up a couple of players, one of which is Noah Fant. I believe he's streaking kind of across the middle of the field. That wasn't him, but it was close. And they did acquire quite a bit in draft capital. So I guess if you're a Seahawks fan, I hope, even losing this game, more than likely losing this game, I hope you're still happy with the outcome of this season, because they've definitely surpassed my expectations for them this year.
Yeah, so
and you have a lot to look forward to in the next draft. And apparently you guys think you have the franchise quarterback, so you can get quite a bit out of this draft, filling in some pieces that are needed on this roster.
They were not on the same page there. Geno Smith took a shot at the end zone. His receiver was not even looking the same way. He was about to cut back.
That is Noah Fant, who came over in the trade.
So yeah, I know Wendy was a Hawks fan, and TJ was a Hawks fan.
Wendy, TJ, we want to hear your thoughts. What are you excited about next year?
First of all, I want to know how you feel about the season. You know what I mean? Like, do Seahawks fans feel like this was good? Because I think the rest of us are like, wow, this was really good, but maybe they don't think so. And then, also, what are you looking forward to?
And if you're a Niners fan, I want to know who are you most excited about from this game? Who inspires the most confidence in you that the Niners can keep this going into future games in the playoffs? Is it like a Bosa? Is it Brock Purdy? Is it CMC just toting the rock every play almost? Is it Debo with his big playability? Is it Ayuk being that guy who's going to have great matchups all game long because so many other weapons on the team?
You want me to give some stat lines here for the Niners?
Let's do it. We probably have some new stuff that's hit.
Let's watch this red zone play in case there's a touchdown. You know, we don't want to miss
Smith
that.
And the Seahawks from the San Francisco 12 and sack by who else? Charles Omenihu again. This guy is having himself a game. He almost had another sack early. And then he did have a sack fumble, which Nick Bosa recovered. This is his second sack of the game. Almost had 3. And this guy isn't even a starter on the team. This is going to bring us to what we see from the Niners defense. This is why they're the number 1 defense. They're deep. Even when a guy goes down or a guy takes a breather, they can have a game-changing play any play of the game. Sorry, John, go ahead.
It's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, so Niners stat lines right now. Brock Purdy, 18 for 30 for 332 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. pretty good night. Rushing, so we got Christian McCaffrey, 119 yards on 15 carries. That's 7.9 yards per carry on 15 touches.
Was that good? High score? What's that mean? Did he break
high
it?
score? Did I break the machine? What? Deebo Samuel, only 3 carries, but actually averaging more at 10.7 yards a carry. So 32 yards from him. Brock Purdy, 3 carries for 17 yards, 5.7 yards a carry. Elijah Mitchell, tough night for him. 9 carries for 2 yards.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. Didn't he
Not
have
everybody
a
can be on
He has
every
a
night.
touchdown. He has a touchdown, I think. So he's not.
No, they've all been passing, haven't they?
I
mean, I'm looking at it, and Elijah Mitchell does not have a touchdown. So unless it's a receiving touchdown,
Elijah
yeah, that's
Mitchell has
true.
a
He had a
receiving
receiving touchdown. Sorry. On the receiving side, Deebo's got 6 receptions for 133 yards. That's an average of 22.2 yards per reception.
Which one of these averages freaks you out the most, John?
So Brandon Ayuk, 3 catches for 73 yards. That's 24.3 yards per catch. Juan Jennings, 2 for 41 yards. George Kittle, 2 for 37 yards. Honestly, they all have pretty good averages. The CMC average of 7.9 yards per carry on 15 touches. That's not like on a few touches. That's 15
That's what's
carries.
so impressive about that. And even Deebo's 6 catches for 133. That's 22-yard average on his receptions.
That's one
Plus,
big, yeah. I mean, it's because of one big break off.
Whenever they hand the ball off to him, too, on those 3 touches, where 3 carries he had, he averages 10.7 yards on those carries as well. Like that's a lot of volume on both of those guys.
Juice has been pretty quiet tonight. Only one reception for 6 yards.
Juice isn't going to have a lot of volume, but a lot of times they sneak him into really important situations.
Yep. On the defensive side, we've got 2 sacks from Amenahu and 1 sack from Eric Armstead. Eric. Robbie Gould, 4 for 4 with a long of 46 yards. Meh. Seems just like another day at the office for him. By the way,
he's perfect in his career. Robbie Gould is perfect in the playoffs. He's like 30-something of 30-something. Perfect in the playoffs. Never missed a field goal. Feel like I'm jinxing him a little bit, but
yeah, jeez,
it's real.
So you know what else I just realized is that Brock Purdy wears number 13. How's this guy not a trifecta of your favorite player?
I mean, what are we talking about here? He's officially my vote for QB1 next year, regardless of what happens after this game.
Tough PI.
It was always going to be this to me. Any rookie who wins a playoff game, in my opinion, as long as he started games for you in the regular season and had success there, like that guy should be your franchise quarterback, and at least until he proves that he shouldn't be. And I think you can't prove that you shouldn't be over the offseason. So I think Brock Purdy should not have to be in a QB battle next year. I think.
So what did they do with Trey Lance?
I'm not a Trey Lance hater, but
trade either Jimmy G or Trey Lance.
Well, Jimmy's contract will be up. It's not going to be. It's going to take more to try to bring Jimmy back than it would be to let him go.
I think
Trey
Jimmy
Lance
should
is
go
on
to
a rookie contract. So
I think Jimmy should go to Las Vegas. I think he'd thrive there.
Yeah, that could work. But I think the Niners, it's too salivating to pass up like a QB room of 2 like young, potentially 2 stud quarterbacks for like, I don't know, a total of like 15 million,
both on rookie contracts.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would say the rookie contracts can't be much more than like 7-8 mil, something like that.
Well,
especially
for Brock Purdy was the last
7th round
last pick in the draft. I doubt his contract. He's probably making
even
the league
with Trey
minimum.
Lance offsetting that as the number 3 pick in the draft. Like it's not going to matter. I mean, Jimmy G costs more than both of those guys combined, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a stacked QB room, I think, in talent anyway, but it's going to be on the cheap, and we're going to be able to re-sign guys like Nick Bosa is going to get himself a deal. DK Metcalf.
Gino to DK for a touchdown.
Yep.
So
that doesn't affect our boards at all, but good job, Seattle fans. Saving some face.
Honestly,
I know that Wendy and TJ are excited about that.
Let's check Gino's line. Gino's 24 for 34 for 250 yards with a TD and an interception. Yeah, I mean,
it's honestly pretty
impressive. It's not as impressive, but it's like Brock Purdy's line just feels so impressive, but it's like, God, this team's so flush with weapons, like that's not necessarily the case in Seattle, right? Like DK, Tyler Lockett, they're good. Kenneth Walker's good, but they're not the same kind of good that like Christian McCaffrey is and Deebo Samuel is. And
It's
like,
just another exactly what you said. And like I said, even as like a big Deebo fan, like when Christian McCaffrey comes to town, he's immediately the best skill position player in the division.
yeah,
That's just the truth. I mean, I don't care what team you're a fan of. The one exception might be like DeAndre Hopkins. I'm being honest. I'm talking offensive skill positions. DeAndre Hopkins, but it sounds like he might not even be in the division next year, the way things are going. And honestly, I'd still take CMC on a real football team any day over DeAndre Hopkins.
yeah, no,
That is John
the
Lynch.
CMC's running style fits San Francisco so well too, and he's a good catcher, right? Like he's good at catching passes.
Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers, and Christian McCaffrey, the RB1 of the San Francisco 49ers. They grew up watching the same offense. Their dads were on the same team. Kyle's dad, Mike Shanahan, was the head coach of the Broncos, which Ed McCaffrey, who is Christian McCaffrey's dad, played receiver for. So they literally have been watching NFL football since
they've been watching the scheme. They've been watching the same scheme for a long time.
Exactly. Like without even realizing what schemes were and stuff. They're just absorbing their first impression of football through the same schemes and stuff the whole time.
Ooh,
we got a little like squibby onside kickoff
little,
to the left.
yeah,
It's like
squib onside
by none other than Christian McCaffrey.
He's like, yeah, I did it.
Like
he did that fist pump there was so little kiddish. He's like, yeah, I got the ball.
Look at this graphic.
Tyler TJ says GG.
I mean, I would ask Niners fan what they're excited about coming into like next year and following games, but this is it right here. This graphic you're looking at the bottom. I mean, not many teams are going to have a graphic like that where you can put three guys up where respectively for their own positions.
Let's not forget they have the number 3 pick in the draft, like at like the 3rd picked overall quarterback. Like they still have Trey Lance.
They do. He's not even factored in here, but as a Niners fan, I'm not, disavowing Trey Lance, but I can't be behind a benching of Brock Purdy at this point. And I mean, one more playoff game, I'll be ready to die on that hill. You could still like maybe convince me, like, okay, maybe I got carried away a little bit. Right now, they win one more game. I mean, it's Purdy or bust. Like, I don't even know how Lance takes over the job anymore. I almost root for Lance to get traded so that he gets a chance to be a starter somewhere.
I know.
I see Purdy as that guy who could be a starter for multiple years here. He's everything we hoped Jimmy would be, wherever he let us down. Purdy is not letting us down at all.
Yeah.
And he is honestly the anti-rookie, comes in with like low expectations. So it's not like he's like one of those like high draft capital guys. So you don't expect a lot. He comes in as literally Mr. Irrelevant, last pick of the draft. And he comes in, he's playing more poised than most rookies ever could dream of looking because he was a 4-year starter in college. He just didn't have like the physical dimensions you want to see for an NFL quarterback. But 4 years of starting at a big university is going to put some ice water in your veins. And that's why he's able to pull off these playoff wins and have an incredible.
They're going to nail it out. That means Ayuk will not hit 80 yards. Wow. There will not be another touchdown from Deebo and Ayuk.
I don't think he got another yard after halftime.
Yeah, so bring up a graphic here. I think this might be the final version, man.
I think it is. Did Bosa ever get a sack?
No.
Let me confirm. If he didn't. I mean,
let me confirm.
It seemed like Geno
Smith did not.
Really had his eyes on Nick Bosa all game. He was ready to escape the pocket every step of the way. So
as a reminder, that means we both lose. I mean,
so we're tied. We're tied for the loss. I'm just
or you could say we both lose and we just both have to do whatever our penalty is.
Well, we were gonna give away jerseys. I mean, it seems like then the only fair thing to do might be
to give them away.
Give one away for both sides.
Here's what like you got to give one away and I got to give one away. So mine's going to Megan, right?
I believe that was the only Team Red declarer, and I think you had 3 golds on your side.
Yes, so Megan said she would take a Bosa jersey. All right, and as a reminder, the golds were Mr. Crypto Mob. So I need you to stay on. So I need you to sound off if you're still here. All right. So
please let us know that you're still here.
If you're Crypto Mob and you're still here, please sound off. If you're TJ and you're still here, he did sound off. Yeah, TJ Gold. sound off. And then Wendy, if you're still around, sound off. I need you to sound off if you're still here. So I know that. All right. So TJ is here and Crypto Mob is here. We'll give Wendy a second in case she's behind in the draft in the like stream or whatever. Are you gonna eat some hot stuff since you?
I think we should do it. I think I'm thinking in clips right now, and I think I should be eating hot stuff while you're doing giveaways. I think we need to come up with a wheel.
There's a lot going on, man.
So you can spin. Oh, that's what I want. I mean, I want to clip this out. I want this to be a banger, a 60-second clip or so. I'm dying eating hot stuff, and you're giving away jerseys.
So should I know what do you want me to be asking you questions?
Podcast is all really about.
You want me to be asking you questions while you're eating the hot stuff? So you have to tell me.
You can be. I'm in. I mean, like, I'm in.
Okay, all right. So here's what's going to happen.
If you hear how committed we are to giving you good content, please drop a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notifications for when we go live, so that you can jump into the chat on future episodes, because we love to engage with the chat. And the more people in, the more fun it gets. All right, it seems like we got some good stuff. TJ's giving us his shirt size.
Right,
love that. We'll get that from
so
you guys.
I got a wheel. I got a little wheel.
Email. So
I got a little wheel spin here. We got TJ, Wendy.
We got TJ. We got Crypto, and I believe we got Wendy. Is that
true? Wendy hasn't sounded off yet. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If Wendy hasn't sounded off, if Wendy wins, and she hasn't sounded off by the time that she wins,
that's a good point. Then we'll respin, maybe.
Then we will respin. But here's what I'm going to do. You got to win too. You got to win too in order to win. So we got Crypto Mob, we got Wendy, and we got TJ in blue, Crypto Mob in yellow, Wendy in red. I'll do so I'm gonna spin until somebody wins twice, right? Is that what I just said? Wendy's here. Ooh. All right, everybody's here.
Okay, cool. Okay. So what's the plan here? So you're gonna spin.
I'm gonna spin until somebody wins twice.
Okay. Hey, all those people who are here, drop whose jersey you would buy. Which NFL jersey do you want? I mean, bonus points if it's a Niner or a Seahawk, I guess. But
yeah, you can. It could be any jersey. So here's my question, Casey. Do you think you will be done eating poppers before somebody wins twice?
Wait, you're doing 2 out of 3 spins? Is that what you said?
No, somebody's got to win twice. I'm gonna spin until someone wins twice.
Okay, that sounds like that could happen really fast. No, I don't think I can eat all 3.
How about 3 times? How about 3
How
times?
long does a spinner take?
I don't know, man. Here,
it's probably gonna take like 5 seconds.
Practice spin.
These are like multiple bites each one.
So there was a practice spin.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna be. I'm definitely gonna be eating.
Oh no, Crypto Mob.
I'll try to. Okay, I'll try to do it in 60 seconds. I'll put up a 60-second timer, and I will try to eat all 3 of these super hot.
Okay, then this is what I'll do. Whoever wins the most in the 60 seconds. So Crypto Mob would take Alexander. Wendy would take Lockett. I like that.
Alexander, a blast from the past.
Not Gino, not DK, but Lockett. I like that. Yeah, Alexander, blast from the past. I like that too. Yeah, TJ, who would you get? All right, put the timer up for 60 seconds. I will spin it. I will spin it until you're done.
Hold on.
You can't take over the screen. We got to watch the spinner.
I'm not gonna. Chill. So John and I will be able to see this on the backstage area.
TJ,
so let's put yours back up. And I will reset. I'm going to stop and reset this 60 seconds. John, you can see that, correct, down below?
What? Yeah,
all right.
I can see it.
So we know our 60-second timer. Let's make this a 60 seconds to remember. You tell me when to start eating. I'll hit it and start eating.
No, I'm on you, man. As soon as you start that timer, I'm spinning.
All right. I'm going to try to eat all 3 of these hot poppers in 60 seconds. It's going to be a battle. And John's going to give away 1 jersey. They have to be spun twice. It's a thing. John's going to talk.
Let me keep a tally for these, because it could be a lot of spins.
I don't think it could be that many. I think there's no way you would forget that many spins, but that's okay.
It's 3. I gotta keep track of 3 people's scores. I got
my own thing to worry about over here.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I can do this, by the way. This is a lot of food to eat in 60 seconds. I'm gonna be gross. But okay.
You got some fluid there. I'm not gonna say no fluids.
All right. Well, you got to cover the air, because I'm not gonna be able to talk. So on your mark, get set. John's gonna give away jerseys in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, spin 1. It's either Wendy, TJ, or Crypto Mob. There is 1 for Crypto Mob. All right, I'm marking it down. So it's whoever gets the most wins in 60 seconds on the spinner. And we're spinning again. Casey's just silently eating jalapeno poppers on the left. All right, TJ gets
It's
a win.
too
So
much. I'm not gonna make
TJ
it.
won, Crypto Mob won, Wendy won. What did you say, Casey? Do you have some commentary to add? Are they really hot? There's like so many seeds in those things. Here's another spin happening now. I've got a lot to think about here. I got to fill all the air. Oh, Crypto Mob taking a lead, 2-1. Wendy's still sitting at 0. Wendy, what are you doing? Will you just like win one of these spins already? All right, spin number 4. Casey, where are you at on your wing on your poppers?
One.
This is the last one. Oh, and 3, 2, 1. Wendy won a spin. Oh, okay. So 60 seconds is up. Casey is your mouth cleared? Should we do one more? One more. This could only complicate things actually, unless Crypto Mob wins.
Done.
TJ won. All right. It's a spin-off.
What I did not.
We got to walk off
any of those. What is? It is only now starting to get hot as I stopped eating, and there was a lot going on with those, by the way. But now the heat is settling in. Woo.
All right, so let me update you on what happened since I don't think you know. So first of all, Crypto Mob says not Sean Alexander, Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happened. We got 5 spins in. Crypto Mob won 2, Wendy won 1, and TJ won 2. So Wendy, I am sorry to say that you will not be winning a Tyler Lockett. Right? Tyler is his first name. That just blanked on that. Yeah, you will not be winning a Lockett jersey. I'm sorry. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. It will be TJ or Crypto Mob. We're gonna spin off until one of them wins.
One more spin.
One win gets it. So here we go. Spinning.
What? Wait.
Wendy wins. She's already out. She's already eliminated. TJ. Ooh, right on his name. Oh, dang it. There we go. TJ
man.
Closing it out. It's firm too. It wasn't even close to the line. He just pulled that one out. That was a bucket. Nothing but net on that one, TJ. Great job.
Wait, who did TJ's getting a Pete Carroll jersey? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Boom. He said boom.
Pack of chewing gum.
Yeah. Congratulations, TJ. And TJ would like a pack of chewing gum. No, Pete Carroll jersey. Sorry, Wendy. Thank you for playing though. That was super fun. Thanks for sticking around. So is it really like, what do you actually want? The Pete Carroll thing is funny, but or are you talking about someone else?
You have to let us know which player's jersey you want. Otherwise, I'm going to get you a Christian McCaffrey jersey.
Can I do a Timbers jersey? Yes.
That's actually a good segue into something John wants to plug one more time before we hop off of here.
It is?
Right?
What is a Timbers jersey?
I was thinking Timberwolves.
Oh,
is
no.
that not? What
Timbers? Who is that not a player? I just assumed it was a player.
Timbers?
Elaborate,
TJ.
TJ, elaborate. Everyone's like, aren't you guys supposed to be the experts at this stuff? Like, you don't know what that is?
Experts.
No, we did not.
Very loosely used word.
Anyway, so yes, I will. Portland. He wants a Portland Timbers jersey. Like, you just want any jersey from the Portland Timbers. Is that a?
What sport is that?
Yeah. Oh, you want? Okay, that's cool, man.
Okay.
Soccer team. Just had to look them up because I don't know soccer very well.
There's a reason why we didn't know what that was.
TJ, dude, I can't tell if you're kidding anymore, though.
I can't either.
You've been saying some stuff today, so like
I can tell that TJ's having a good time, though. All right, Portland Timbers jersey.
Portland Timbers jersey coming your way. Yeah. Speaking of Timbers, what Casey thought he meant was the Timberwolves. Yeah, TJ, he'll confirm with you. So that's your job now.
I'll follow up.
Responsibility off of me. TJ does actually like soccer, he says. So that's cool.
All right. Hey.
Yep. So coming up probably here in, I don't know, not too long, 15 minutes, half an hour, something like that, because we got to get it in today. We are going to do another live show. We're going to talk some NBA. And yeah, that's it. Going to talk about NBA stuff. So if you're an NBA fan, hang out or make sure you say all the YouTube things that'll help them know that we're live again.
Yeah, well, if you want to drop us a like on this video, that'd be great, first of all. But also remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications for whenever we go live in the future. Like John is saying later on tonight. For one last look at it, I believe this was updated all the way. This was how it played out. So we ended up basically tying. It was just a huge wash at the end because I don't believe anybody actually got their bingo. We have one last comment here we'll highlight because we appreciate you, Crypto Mob. so much jumping into the chat. We always love our chatters. Usually
keep hodling, bro. It'll come back.
Yeah, usually we can't help but give stuff to people who jump in and chat with us. So come on back next time around. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon. Get those notifications. Jump in the chat. Chat away. We'll see you next time on Triple Cross Podcast. As always, until next time, keep it real.
Let's go.